Recordings in progress.
There we go. Hello, world, and welcome to our podcast where two pals with different viewpoints and thoughts who really don't know much discuss news, politics, conspiracy theories, and much, much more. One's a genius, the other's an idiot. Or are they both idiots?
Or are they both geniuses?
You be the judge. Now, live from Central Florida, which is very beautiful. Welcome to Political No Brainer. Your host to your right and always right, Zach. And to your left, and never right,
Coach
Tripperoo,
Trippy.
who is
Tripperoo.
live from remote out in
Elijah, Georgia.
Elijah,
LJ, Georgia.
LJ, or
LJ.
is it
LJ.
LJ?
The folks in the stores been calling it LJ, Georgia.
He called
We
it
went
Elijah.
Elijah.
That's the guy in the
Biblical.
Bible. Yeah, there you go.
I was just going to say a biblical name.
Yeah,
We were
So how's your
zip
vacation
line.
going, Tripperoo?
It was amazing. It's still amazing. It's still going. We've been zip lining. We've been whitewater river rafting
How
and
high was the zip
tubing.
line off the ground?
Oh my God, we did. Once you got going, you couldn't turn back, and we did about seven. One was probably 60 feet above the ground, 450 feet down.
Were you
And it just
scared?
kept on going. The first time I was, but they start you out small, start you out this short
Right,
cable, pretty scary. Haven't
right.
done it in a while. We've done it. Me and my wife did one similar in Argentina many, many years ago. Of course, I was a lot younger and a lot
I've
less
seen those guys zip
fearful.
line. Have you seen them zip line across like canyons? And it's like they're like 500 feet in the air.
Well, I think someday we'll get to that point with the
I just get, I
grandkids.
know, I get nervous watching the videos. I get all weak in the knees.
Yeah, I doubt I'll ever do that. 500 feet above canyons, not for me.
What river did you go whitewater rafting in?
What, Eli? Do you know what river we went whitewater rafting in? We were in Blue Ridge, so
Come here, pup.
Appalachian Mountains. I don't know exactly which river, but
Where's your puppy at?
me is at Lake Mary Vet.
Oh,
Me?
really? You didn't take her?
No, no. Thank God we didn't because all the drama with no AC and everything. We
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't have electric for 2 days,
that would have been rough. Prince,
but now
out.
we're back.
Come on, out.
Oh, is that my prince?
Yeah, go lay down over there. Go. Sorry, he's kicking my table and it's rocking my
Just
screen.
one more thing for Laura to edit.
Yeah. Sorry, Laura. You're the best. Um, so Blue Ridge is really nice. That's an area Lorianne and I have talked about actually moving to.
Oh, you love it. I love it.
Where Tennessee, Georgia, and North Carolina meet right
We
there.
were we were whitewater river rafting in Tennessee today.
Did you hear
That's where
banjos?
no banjos, but that's where the guide company. That's where the address was. That's where we started. We were in Tennessee for a moment.
What was the town called?
Tennessee, I don't know. I'd have to maybe
Lay
I
down.
do know. Look, I'll tell you cuz I have it in a text unless I deleted it all already.
That's all right. That's all right. We know you're up in the mountains.
Well,
Look
here
at
it
you
is
in
though.
the
I could tell
cabin.
you.
You're in a nice little cabin over there.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's amazing.
Got any bear walking around? Hey, boo boo.
Oh,
You gonna give
Coe
me a
rafting.
picnic
Hey, boo
basket?
boo, let's go steal a picnic basket,
A
boo
picnic
boo.
basket, boo boo. Oh, Coey.
Ducktown, Tennessee.
When you saw
Ducktown,
when you
Tennessee.
saw Coey, did you get nervous and think you made a
I
wrong
was like,
turn?
Jesus Christ, what am I going to go to work now?
I made
No,
a wrong
no.
turn.
I
I
made a
must have made
wrong
a wrong
turn.
turn in
I went home
Albuquerque,
already. I'm not far from home now.
right? Yeah. I mean, it's nice up there. It used to be a super like secret, like people didn't know about it, but now I hear it's like,
Now
of
the word
course,
is out.
the word is out. It's kind of like that commercial. The guy's like, "I found this beautiful lake," and all of a sudden, there's a million people standing behind him.
It's
It's
like where I
hilarious.
used to, like Claremont used to be. Claremont
Yeah,
used to be
That's
quiet.
why I should have moved out there, but someone said, "I don't want
Uh,
to move out to the country."
no,
I
now
should have
it's
done.
the suburbs. It's
It's little
booming.
Orlando out there in Clearmonte.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're out there having a good family vacation. Are
Thank
the
God
kids
we got
having a
power.
blast?
They're having a blast. They're happy to be back home tonight. We've been home. We never abandoned ship, but tonight we would have went to a hotel. That was enough. No electric. 2 days is
What's
enough.
the weather like?
It's beautiful, tropical, tropical. But at night, with no AC and the windows open, it's
Right,
not unbearable, but it's certainly not what we wanted.
right.
So certainly not what we had hoped for. But we are back.
So it wasn't as bad as when I lost AC over Memorial Day, and it was
No, not Florida bad. No, no,
was
no.
it
I
Labor
remember
Day or
that.
Memorial Day?
I think it was Labor Day actually.
Have we had Labor Day? Yeah. No, we haven't had Labor Day. Labor Day is at the end
No,
of the
no, it's
summer. It was
okay.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Memorial Day. Yeah, it
Trying to
was
get ahead.
96 degrees in my house.
Yeah.
Even the dogs were like packing their bags. We're like, we're out.
When they pant, boy, you're gonna slip on the
Oh,
floor somewhere.
the breathing was horrible. I mean, they all anyway. We got it fixed though. We had a guy come out on the Sunday, the day before Labor Day or Memorial Day, sorry. He came out on a
Yes.
Sunday and fixed it. Didn't charge me holiday pay or weekend pay.
That was some. I was
Yeah.
surprised when you told me that.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. It was my former neighbor's uncle.
Yeah, I was surprised when you told me that.
Yeah. Kudos to him. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
have his
Yes,
card
sir.
or I don't have his card or I promote him and I can't think of the name of the company.
Yeah, I just had trouble finding where we used to zip line, or I'd promote them, but
Right?
I did figure out it was Ducktown, Tennessee. Ducktown.
Ducktown. Whack whack.
So what's going on, Zach?
Nothing,
I know
man.
you had some things on your mind. The Olympics, Paris.
Oh, what is wrong with that place?
Now
Did you watch the opening game, the opening ceremony?
I didn't, but you told me all about it. They had a drag show, right?
Pretty much. And everybody's arguing. All right, to us as a Christian, you watch it and you're like, they're mocking the Last Supper, and everybody's like, no, no, it was the supper in Greece and blah 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 blah. But if you look at it, the fact, I don't know if she was a girl or a guy, I don't know, because they were drag. The chick in the middle had like the halo crown around her head, like the pictures of Jesus. I'm like, come on,
Well,
come on, son.
Madonna's done some stuff like
Oh,
that too,
Madonna's like the
hasn't?
devil. Have you seen her lately
Oh,
though? She looks
no,
like the
no.
devil, actually. Oh, Lord,
Yeah.
she's rough.
But then the old Salem and Rushdie, you remember that book, Satanic Verses? They put a hit on him. The Ayatollah put a hit on him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Sparks some
So
emotion.
I was actually gonna boycott the Olympics. I was talking to my friend Daniel. You know my buddy Daniel. I do the show with
Yeah,
every once in a while. I was
yeah.
telling him, I said, dude, I'm gonna boycott the Olympics. He goes, hold on. I just checked the news, and guess what? Nobody cares. I said, you're right. I said,
Breaking
but
news.
I won't. Yeah, breaking news. Zach boycotts
Breaking news.
Olympics.
No one cares if political no-brainer avoids mentioning the Olympics. Damn it, man.
But today, or maybe it was yesterday, whatever it was, they had a female boxer who boxed a male who said he was a female. So a biological male posing as a female fought a female, a true female, and one punch, and I mean he did damage to her, and she threw the towel, and she says, "I'm not fighting this dude," and had to
No,
stand there while he took the gold. I mean, it was disgusting.
and North Korea won, I think, a gold medal in something.
I don't know.
I, I just read.
I'm
Hang
sure the
on.
little pajama guy would like that.
North Korea, I think, won a gold in diving, in
No, but
swimming
did you
diving.
see the dude who thought he was a girl fight the girl?
No, I hadn't heard about that. I would have liked to. Now that
Oh,
it's
it's
mentioned, I'm
horrific.
going to look for it.
I am watching. I'm going through and the outrage on the internet, and it's not even from the straight community.
About the First Supper, the Last
No,
Supper.
no, 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 no.
Oh,
Well, I
about the whole.
actually I saw oh, what's her name? The fitness lady who's a famous fitness lady. She's a lesbian, and
Jane Fonda?
no, Jane Fonda's not a lesbian.
Oh.
No, she's young. She's younger than us. I can't think of her name. Jillian Michaels.
Oh, I didn't know her name ever.
Oh, okay. Well, she's a famous fitness person, and she said, she basically made a statement. Now, this is not what the LGBTQ stands for at all. And it said we are supposed to love one another, not divide. And that basically just slapped every Christian in the face, and it divided us.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of that whole video. Was that just trying to be more creative
It
than they
wasn't a
needed to
video; it was
be?
live.
Live. I
And
don't
there was a kid.
understand the
There was a
logic.
kid on the stage with him, and the tranny standing behind him actually had his junk hanging out right behind this little child.
Are you serious?
100%. You got, man. I know you're on vacation. I know up there in Georgia they probably don't even have
No, I won't get
newspaper.
the internet feed. They'll start knocking on my door.
They don't they don't have newspaper up there because people don't know how to read. I'm sorry. I love
No, they're
Georgia.
very nice. I gotta
I know.
say.
I know. I'm just teasing.
No, I'm.
I seen that
I
movie Deliverance, and I was like, huh.
Deliverance. Oh,
You got to pull
I
your
was.
mouth, boy.
That was at. Yeah, was that in Georgia or?
I think it was supposed to be in Georgia, or it was supposed to be. Anyway, it was filmed in Georgia or something. Anyway,
But who knows? I thought it was Montana.
I've seen the picture though. Have you seen the picture? No, 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 no. It was the South. Did you see the picture of the banjo kid? Ding, 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 ding. Right. The,
Yeah.
yeah, they put a picture of him next to Joe Biden. They're like, "Look what happens when you grow up." It looks just like him. It's hilarious. I love it. If I could find it, I will send it out.
So
I got this new office chair, and I'm trying to get used to it. And it
I
whoa,
saw.
it's like a rocking chair.
Whoa. Whoa.
I threw the black one away. It was destroyed. My dogs destroyed it, or the kids. I don't know. Somebody destroyed it.
Did all the furniture come in? I know you ordered some furniture.
No, we went and got furniture.
You brought it over
Yes,
and it's there.
yeah. What we brought, absolutely.
Okay,
We
cool.
did 2 truckloads. What a nightmare! 2 truckloads we took to the storage place, and then finally loaded up the truck to come back to here, and it was 10 o'clock at night, and we said, you know what, screw it, hammer down, let's go. So we got home at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, you did, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then here's my question. How long are you going to pay that storage for? Because I feel like after a while.
I'm not paying it. That's it's
Okay.
down there. It's for Maxine. So
Oh,
she wanted it. She's paying for it.
okay. Okay.
I did.
Good
I
to know.
mean,
I
there's
just.
furniture in there that she's gonna get when she gets her house. I guess her and her boyfriend are gonna get a house. I don't know, because
I just feel like
we were
after a
actually talking because
certain.
there's really a really nice desk that it was her grandfather's, and she took that. And when me and Jake were moving it into storage, he's like, they live in a condo, and it's like was built back in the 80s, so it's got narrow hallways and everything. And he's like, I don't think these will fit in my condo. He goes, I don't know how we make turns. I was like, well, time to buy a house, brother. Come on.
Yeah.
Your wife's a realtor. Get it
Oh.
done.
Yeah. There's no time to
So if
waste when
you're in
it's time to
Southwest
buy.
Florida and you need a realtor, let me know. I've got the gal for you. She's a
Like,
rock
share,
star.
subscribe, and ask Zach about who he knows in the realty
My daughter.
business. His
She'll
daughter.
she'll hook you up down in Fort Myers and Punta Gorda and Naples and all down there.
Yeah, it's
Southwest
awesome.
Florida. Yeah, I mean it was a rough weekend. I'm just saying that was the longest day and a half of my life. We got there Saturday afternoon, and I had to sleep on the couch. Your son's sticking his head in the background.
That was Eli. That's my
I see
baby.
him. He's being funny.
Eli, come here.
Come say
Come say
hello to the
hi to the
world, Eli.
camera.
Say hello
Eli,
to
you
the
want to be
world.
famous? We don't see your face. Stick your head in there.
I'll make you famous. Kiss your
We'll make you
dad's bald
famous.
head. But anyway, it was just we got there Saturday evening. I had to sleep on the couch because I forgot my
Oh my gosh. My
what?
wife really fell on the rocks. She just showed me her hiney. I can't show it on camera,
No,
but
don't do that. I don't want to see that.
oh no, she got a bruise. Oh my
Poor
god.
girl.
I don't know what happened.
No.
Jesus.
Did you push her down?
No.
Trippy, you better be
I
nice to
think
your wife.
Nicholas slid off to the side and bumped her off the boat. But I don't know if that's when that happened.
Oh, did
Eli
you guys
wound up
fall in
in
the water?
oh a lot. Well, not me actually. I voluntarily jumped in the water when we were at a
Was it
place
cold?
where you could. Yeah, it was freezing, but it was nice. And plus, we haven't had a shower in days, so it was a relief. Really,
But now you
I
got water
enjoyed it.
and power, right?
Now water, power. They're taking hot showers, washing laundry,
Excellent.
and putting stuff in the fridge. It's been on ice.
When does your vacation end?
Next week, I got a
Nice.
full schedule. Work. I got uh, Doctor
Podcast?
podcast. I got Doctor Eileen Diaz at the State of Hope texting me about getting a hold of people. We need stuff all the time,
I
so I got
told
to
you,
start
talk to
making
my boy
some.
Doug.
I'm gonna get on the phone with him again too. We need
Dougie
it.
boy. Say, Dougie boy, give me some food.
Yeah, I got a full schedule ahead.
This is the concert me and Doug went to. Saw Sammy Hagar. But
I
anyway,
saw him at Hard Rock.
we saw him during COVID. This was
Oh
2021. We saw him at Dr.
no, this
Phillips.
been moons ago.
Yeah, we saw him at Dr.
Moons
Phillips
ago.
in the when they had the outdoor stage and you had to sit in boxed off sections.
You told me about that, but you
Yeah.
didn't wear a mask, right?
No, I'm not that much a conformist.
Now everybody's
I had to
saying
sit where they'd sit. Yeah, but everybody's getting COVID now. I see more people gotten COVID.
it's happening again. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. But they were calling the sheeple the ones wearing the ear patches, like
No, they were not sheeple. They were trumpeters.
trumpeters,
Right.
trumpeters. So
But
what's
so anyway,
going
we get down
on?
there. I forgot my sleep machine, and so I had to sleep on the couch sitting up. Finally fell asleep about 3 o'clock in the morning. Woke up at 6:30. Started working, load the truck. The first load we get over there, it starts pouring, and we had to wait in the
My-
truck for an hour.
That's my son trying to mess with my camera.
I know.
I gotta kick his butt.
Tell me,
I
won't be
can't
allowed in the
believe that
studio.
that you forgot your CPAC
I
machine.
forgot everything. I don't know what was wrong with me. But anyway, long story short, the weekend's over. We got everything done. My wife's back down there right now. They're having a memorial for her mother.
Oh,
And
you could be a part of that via Zoom.
all her family and friends flew in and or I no, I think it's all family right now. It's her mom's two sisters and their kids. And anyway, it's all a big thing. Anyway, I have to stay home with my furry dogs. My fur
Yes,
babies.
you
Someone's
gotta
got to take
babysit
care of them.
the kids.
They cannot go into the um oh, heaven forbid if we put them in
Kennel.
the kennel. I mean, and someone let Prince and Bosley out at the same time, they wouldn't know what to do when they started brawling.
No, they would call you and tell you to come get them when they
It's
finally got them
bad. It's
separated.
bad. It's bad. Anyway,
Yeah,
so the Olympics to me is a disaster.
and we're
I,
boycotting it, right?
listen, nobody cares.
I've been watching the swimming, and there's a lot
I
of good going
like
on.
look, the love of the sport is there. I love the
Yeah,
people, the athletes, power to them. All the other nonsense going on just needs to go away. And
right.
who in their right mind says, "Hey, let's throw a biological male into women boxing"?
I don't know. That did not happen in swimming though. We've been watching the swimming. Me and
Well,
the
yeah,
kids
well
and the wife,
the guy, what was his name who won all the medals over here who was pretending to be a girl?
Michael Phelps. Oh,
No.
oh, he's not in it. They
No, they
didn't
told him he
allow
couldn't
that.
go. They wouldn't allow him.
Right, right.
Yeah.
They didn't allow, but we didn't
But
allow it.
that
He
was the
was
US
allowed.
team. Right. That's not
Right.
The Olympic committee didn't
No.
say it. The US team
Right.
said it.
Right.
So,
But
I mean,
he was breaking. I mean, he was beating the other girls by
yeah, but it's funny.
10 seconds.
He was ranked number 1 in the women's side, but in the men's side he was ranked like 140th or something.
Right. Exactly. He went
What
from
a
140
what
to
a piece
1.
of garbage. He's garbage.
Yes. Yes.
Garbage.
Total.
Put him
But we
out.
watch Katie Ledecky. We know her. We see her at the Rosen all the time. Win the mile by 17 seconds. She beat the other girl. It was huge.
Swimming?
Yeah, swimming won the mile. Katie
How many
Ledecky, right?
how many laps is that?
How many laps is a mile? 40, right? 40 pulls. How many pulls is a mile?
Oh well. Anyway, she won.
30
Good for her.
long course. 30 long course. 30 laps long course.
That's crazy. I'm already having a heart attack just thinking about it.
Now we know 30 laps long course. So
So
if we can,
all right. You are I have my sword of
you
justice.
have your knife ready.
No, it's a
Thank God I'm
sword.
in Georgia. It's a sword.
Sword.
Good thing I'm in LJ, Georgia, and you're in Apopka, Florida.
Just give away where I live. All right, that's fine. Now the world knows. It's a
And
secret
they
here. We're keeping it Apopka.
Apop-
We got enough
making
people. The
Apopka
border's
great
closed.
again.
Don't come back anymore. Florida, stay away. It's closed. Um, so what do you think of this anointing of the new queen running for president? That not one American citizen voted for, and suddenly
Well, they
she's
voted for her
president.
to be on the ticket to be vice
No, nobody.
president.
Yeah, but that.
Well, I don't. This is a couple of points I'll make. If God forbid Trump did get killed or to the point where he couldn't run for president, I know there wouldn't be a whole national process with the amount of time left to get a new uh nominee on the ticket on the Republican side. So I think two things. I think it's fair play that Biden stepped out of the race. I think it would be more fair if he stepped down as president. But he says he can do the job. The law says he does not
So
have to
so
step
if he
down.
stepped out of being president, she would be the incumbent, which would be okay then. But
Right.
her being the nominee without anyone voting or anybody having any say other than the upper ups, I think is baloney.
Well, it could be, but it is legal, and that's been addressed. I mean, it is legal. A presidential nominee can step down for whatever reason. He can. You can
No, no, no,
literally
no,
be
no, no,
the.
no, no. I have no problem with that. But to nominate someone without them going through the proper channels
Well,
should not be
allegedly
allowed.
they are going through the process. Nobody really put their name in to contest to run against her. I think there was
Ah,
one name that was saying she was going to do it, and then she didn't file. But there was also the momentum there as to why run against her for the nomination when in fact she's clearly the nominee at this point. I mean, she's gotten a lot of endorsements. She's allegedly secured
endorsements,
all.
though, but it did not give the American people their say on who they want on the ballot.
Well, one can say there wasn't time for that. There's also the fact that the
Because
delegates.
I think they think it would backfire in their face.
Well, who knows what would happen if it turned into a big. For we can't even get an election process we've been doing done correctly, and we've been doing that for since we've been a country 200 years, and there's so
So
much
you're saying
question.
they cheated?
No, they did what they had to do, and the other party would have done it as well. They
I'm
did
just
what they had to
saying.
do, and it passes the
I
smell
think this
test.
is a big debacle.
It's not for the Democrats. They fixed the big problem. The debacle was, is Biden going to continue to run and lose?
I
And
think
there was a.
the smart thing to do, Biden should have stepped down completely, and then she would have
I
been the
just said
incumbent. And there's no
that.
argument. No, no, I'm not arguing with you. I'm saying that would have been the smart thing to do. Now they have. I don't know. I
An
think someone's
integrity
gonna. I
issue on
think
their
yeah.
shoulders, but
I think someone's
it
gonna come
passes
after
the
him for it.
smell test.
It
It won't
doesn't.
be a
Smells
situation where.
fishy to me.
Well, we keep saying, we keep saying about politics, like the Italians say, the fish stinks from the head to the tail. I
From
mean,
the
it's
rooter
dirty
to the
business.
tutor. Oh, that's a pig. Sorry. You never
It's
heard that?
no,
I eat the pig from the rooter to the tutor.
I do not. I don't really like bacon. I like ham.
You're
I
Jewish,
love
or
ham.
you were Jewish. You're not
I
supposed to eat
was
any of it.
Jewish, but there's only one God.
Yahweh.
In my eyes, Jesus is God.
That's Yahweh.
Yeah, Yahweh.
Learn your Hebrew.
Yahweh. Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
an. I think I would have.
I think it's just
I would have preferred if Biden stepped down as president. I would still prefer it. I think that was the way to do it. Just do it. But he didn't. I think that.
what's this big executive order he's trying to do right now?
I don't think it'll work. I don't know. I've heard a couple of things. He's bubbling up term limits in the Supreme Court, which will
Yes.
backfire in time, because we've got liberals that have been lifetime appointees. That the reason.
Well, here's the
So how
problem. If you're going to put term limits on the Supreme Court, then you better do it on Congress and the Senate and everywhere else.
Well, it's just I don't think it's first of all if he writes that into a remember one thing executive orders have to get through the Supreme Court. So I don't think it'll work. Period. The Supreme Court, the justices have always said we want to be lifetime appointees, so we don't have to face the music of politics. So we don't have to. So we can do what we feel is constitutionally, according to the Constitution, constitutionally correct.
Right.
So not he can talk whatever nonsense he wants. I think the reason he is talking the nonsense he's talking is it's kind of like he's sending up the balloons in the air to see where they go. Like he's throwing the shit against the wall to see what sticks. And then if it really works, then Kamala Harris will take the ball and run with it. But this is not something Supreme Court nominees and most court nominees are lifetime appointees.
Well,
And
did
that's
you
the way it
happen to
should
see,
be.
speaking of Kamala, did you happen to see in her first 100 days, she's going to ban guns? She's going to write
Well,
an
again,
executive order. She's going to do an step over Congress and say this is what it's going to do.
and again, it won't fly. The Supreme Court's very in favor of gun ownership. They've
Sounds a little
already.
dictatorish to me, and yet they call my boy a dictator.
Well, he is. He said
No,
he
he's
does.
not.
Oh, he is.
How's he a dictator?
Because
He's
he
for
applauds
the
people like Kim
people.
Jong Un. He's
So
not for the
what?
people. He's
Who
for the
cares?
Trumpsters.
No, he's for
he's
America.
he's for
Have
the
you
Trump
watched any of
family.
his speeches lately?
They're sound bites. They're written for him now. I've said this all along.
You're a soundbite.
His first run for president, he was different. Now he's a politician.
I don't know.
He's no better.
I don't.
Have you heard him say build a wall? Have you heard him say anything?
But here's the funny thing. Did you see that Congress just passed the wall to get finished?
Oh, because they got sued and contractors have contracts and
Yeah, so they got to
I
build
mean
it
when
now.
they
So he ain't got
so
to worry about saying build the wall.
an example of that is when they came down to the final decision. I forget the congressman's name, but they were closing Orlando Naval Base for years. And there was one congressman in particular who would argue successfully time after time to keep it open. And they continued to award contracts for dorms and different things, or whatever you call them, dorms, I guess, or wherever the Navy people sleep.
Rex.
And so they were contractual agreements. Contracts were issued. So they literally built these buildings and then demolished them when they finally 2 years later knocked the base down or eliminated it and turned it into Baldwin Park or whatever it is now. They
I hate.
sold it
Have
to a
you been to Baldwin
developer.
Park? I hate Baldwin
Yeah,
Park.
I
I
hate
get
Baldwin
lost
Park.
in there. It's a big
But
circle.
that was, that's just this was he awarded contracts. The contractor sued. It's the same thing you sent me the other day about the $42 billion that Biden passed in his Build Back Better to get internet all across the country in places where there's no high-speed internet. And he put Kamala Harris in charge of distributing the money. And you said not a dime has been sent. So I dig deep into the legislation, and sure enough, the progressives got into that legislation and made it so the companies, if they did go for those government contracts or those government grants, they would have to hire felony convicted felon workers. They would have to pay more than they're already paying their existing employees. So they said, we don't want to touch this money. We don't want to be a part of this crap. We're going to wind
Stupid
up
politicians.
right. They had a bill that could work, and the progressives got involved, and that happens on
But
both
you
sides
stood
of the table.
firmly on that. He did the big infrastructure bill, and it hasn't gone
It was
anywhere.
42 billion of a nearly $800 billion project,
It hasn't gone
and you
anywhere.
see the work happening all across the country.
And
That was
it's done
Trump's.
by DEI.
That was Trump's thing. One time when he first ran for president, I haven't seen it this campaign. He talked about our airports being behind what they are in other countries, and it was like, Donald, we built our airports 50 years ago. The countries you're talking about have built their airports more recently, so they have these giant glass ceilings, and they're these beautiful structures. We're
Yeah.
busy remodeling our old airports because they're old. And we can't suddenly cut off the top and put glass ceilings in them.
Have you ever been to Philadelphia Airport?
Is it awful?
Oh, terrible. Newark. Oh,
I
just
mean, when it
dirty.
was Donald Trump was talking about being the infrastructure guy, and he didn't get it done. But Biden did get two infrastructure bills.
He got the
As
bills, but
Biden,
has he got anything done?
a lot's getting done. Not the
Like
high
what?
speed internet.
Like what?
Not
What's getting done
on
on the infrastructure?
roads all over the country. I can't.
Roads.
I mean, I
I
four.
got to get
We've
an
got a
alignment. Just drive. I-4 was our taxes. It had nothing to do with Biden's
no. There's
infrastructure.
other stuff going on now. They're adding to the projects.
Stop it.
It's money even Ron DeSantis has accepted.
And then there's even funny stuff. We got that speed rail that goes all the way down to Miami now, and
Right.
it hits somebody almost every day.
Well, because it's on existing rail tracks that were meant for slower running trains.
How
They
do you get
didn't
hit by
build
a
any.
train? You know,
No, because it's not a high speed rail to begin with because it's on existing rail tracks. I don't think they added a single rail track. I think they just bought new cars.
I
So
don't
they're
know.
zipping across like places like Orange Avenue when they should be going slow across those places.
There, it wouldn't be called the Lightning or
The
whatever
high
it's called.
speed
High
rail.
speed rail.
But now you can get to Miami via that railway
Who
for
wants to
like
go to
30
Miami?
bucks.
To be honest with
For
you,
if you want to go to a Dolphins game, you can travel to Miami for like
I'm good.
30 bucks. But we don't have a high speed rail system.
Although, now that I think about it, if I ever go on a cruise out of Miami, maybe I'll take the straight down.
There you have it. So
Because
you're in
I gotta
favor
pay
of
30
it.
bucks a day to park my car down there.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
actually,
there's
I think we went on the cruise. I think you parked in the cruise's ship's parking deck, and it was.
but you
part of
pay
it.
more than $30 a day if you park there.
No, no, no. I think it was part of the package.
Oh, but somewhere there's a fee.
I'm sure I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, you
No,
pay a lot to park.
I
But
was
somebody
invited.
told me,
Look, when I get invited on a cruise, you better be paying for everything. I ain't going unless you're paying.
I hear you. I don't like cruising because I eat too much. I don't think we're gonna ever cruise again. I eat like
You
ridiculous.
know, it's ridiculous. We had these great meals in the dining hall, right? Every night. And I remember one night, I mean, they had steak and eggplant parmesan. And he's like, well, what do you want? I was like, gum. He's like, hold on a second. Comes back with both of them for me. Like, resolved it. Every night we'd eat in the dining hall, right? And then I go find my kids and they're in freaking Johnny Rockets drinking milkshakes and eating French fries. And I'm like, what do you,
And
we just eat
charging it to the
dinner.
room.
Yeah, charge it. Well, again, I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, but somebody did. Like that movie when Adam Sandler was the
Didn't come
recruiter
out of
for
my wallet.
what was that movie? Adam Sandler was the recruiter for the basketball team. And he was hiding this guy. They called it hiding in a hotel, and the guy was ordering these giant pork chops and only eating 2 bites, and he
I
had
don't know
like
that I ever saw that.
it was a good movie. Oh yeah, no. I think we need more light. Yeah. Now we have light. We don't know what to
Let
do.
there be light. So what
Let
happened? Was
there
there a
be
big storm up there in GA?
giant storm. My wife was on the patio and she saw a tree fall on the power line.
Wow, bigly.
And another one fell on the roof. We called the lady. We told her you need to fix your roof.
Oh, did it do damage?
Yeah, a whole. It looks like a whole. It's a metal tile. It's a metal roof, but it's a big square just hanging off the roof now. Like it's not where it
Did
should
they
be.
come out and look at it?
Nah, she lives in another town. We're not mad. I mean, there
Are
was no
you in an
power.
Airbnb or are you at a camp?
Airbnb. No, this cabin's
Oh,
amazing. It's amazing. See this wood behind me?
yeah.
This fireplace behind me. There's a fireplace outside on the patio. When we're done video, and I'm gonna go make marshmallows with the kids. They're excited.
Marshmallows
And
over here.
marshmallows. I was gonna actually do the video out there, but I was just so happy to have AC in the cabin again. I said I'm put my computer right here.
Was the movie called Hustle?
I'm not sure. It's Adam Sandler,
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at his filmography.
and he was a basketball recruiter. Might have been.
I don't know. I don't know nothing
And
about it.
and the team didn't want to pick this guy up, but he was sure this guy was going to be a
Yeah,
big,
yeah, yeah.
so
It was called Hustle. A basketball scout discovers a phenomenal street ball player while in Spain. Yeah, yeah, that's it. There it
yeah,
is.
while in Spain.
I never
But he,
saw it. I'll have to watch
oh,
it.
you got to see it. You should
I
put it
gotta
on
tell. I
Netflix
gotta tell
tonight.
Lorianne. Lorianne,
Oh, it was great,
Netflix and chill.
great,
We're watching
it's
Hustle.
great. I won't comment.
Not Hustler.
No hustling.
Is that even a magazine anymore?
No, I think the guy's in jail.
He's not dead.
No, I think he's still alive in jail. He
Hey,
literally got.
so I used. Do you remember what? Speaking of jail, I used to work. Remember, I worked at Planet Hollywood,
Yeah.
and you know who used to come in all the time? The boys from NSYNC, right? And
Really?
Lou Pearlman would come in with his other boy bands to introduce him and like show his new boy toys off. And I got to tell you what, from the moment I met that guy, I said that guy's a scumbag,
And he went to jail.
and now he's in jail.
He's in jail.
Wasn't he doing things to them boys too?
I don't think so. I think he was. I don't know the whole story.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
want to comment because when we're famous, if I miscomment, if I misrepresent somebody,
Come on,
I,
facts check me. I don't know, but
I don't
yeah,
know.
fact check me that I met Lou Pearlman.
Yeah, comment, subscribe.
Like,
I met
share. Did you ever meet him? Did he ever come into your
not
restaurant?
Lou Pearlman. I met lots of people in my years, but not Lou Pearlman. Thank
Well,
God.
Planet, we
Not
had a lot of people come in. Brittany was
not Jeffrey
there.
Epstein.
See, when I was at Planet, it had just gotten sold from Arnold, Sly, and I think Bruce was
Bruce.
still no, I think he was still an owner.
He
But
was.
Arnold and Sly sold it because Arnold wanted to start his own restaurant, which he did in California called Schatzi's. And I
Is
don't
it
think
good?
I don't know. I never
No.
been. Yeah. I don't know. I never been. But I think Sly wanted out. And anyway, they sold it to what they call the New Blood, which was the NSYNC boys, Justin, Brittany, and all. There's a bunch of them that
It
bought
hasn't done
into it.
anything? No, it hasn't.
I don't think they're part of it anymore. But when I was there, that's who was, and they used to come in there and party all the time, shut down floors, and he was stupid.
No matter who the I'm gonna tell you something because I want the
Because
world to know
they're really
this.
not the owners; they're just investors.
No,
The
they're
true
just the
owner is what's his
endorsement.
name?
What was a restaurant company?
No, it's one guy, Robert
Who?
Early. Robert
Really?
Earl, yeah, Robert Earl. You ever see the Earl of Sandwich in Disney?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he owns
That's
that
who owned
too.
it?
Yeah, same guy,
Oh.
same guy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I'm a big guy, and
Yeah, I got
he's
stopped at the gate
a
coming
little
into this
man.
cabin.
Yeah, you get stopped for the guns in the 6-pack.
The two guns and the 6-pack.
Oh Lord, every time. Dad jokes. But anyway, um, he was a little man, and he had I want to say he had Napoleon complex, but he didn't like big guys. So anytime he came to the restaurant, and he was not like one of those well-spoken people. He just spoke what was on his mind, and he like insulted people all the time. I wouldn't have cared. I don't care. But whenever he came to the restaurant, my boss would like hide me somewhere. He's like, he's here and he's gonna treat you like garbage. So go do something else somewhere
Go
else.
stay in the office and do the
But the
sketching.
funny thing was, I like I said, I never met the guy personally. Literally, I got hit. Every time he came to the restaurant, the GM would grab me and be like, I gotta get you off the floor. He's like, Robert's here. I'm like, who cares? He's like, trust me. I'm like, okay. He's like, no, because he'll say something and you'll probably want to knock him out. I said, all right, whatever. So yeah, it was funny. I wanted to meet the guy because I wanted to see, but they said he was like a real jerk.
Lots of, but apparently
So
lots of
here's
business.
a funny thing, restaurant guys, I know car guys, both of them are all mentally unstable.
Yeah, that's how you
Anybody
do
who
it.
owns a car business or the restaurant business, there's something wrong with them. And I shouldn't say that
Yeah,
because my buddy owns a car business out in Eustis, and he's not unstable. But
he's Leesburg, isn't he?
no, Eustis,
The Chevron.
no, that's
Stand.
gone. That got closed down. No, that dude was Jason. He's nuts. He's a crazy white boy. No, my buddy from Turkey who owns a restaurant or
I used to,
a car dealership.
I used to know a guy that owned a car
Fix your
dealership.
microphone. I can't hear you.
I used to know a guy that owned a car dealership, and he had partners and partners. And even when they finally did sell a couple of cars, when the money went all around, there was nothing left for anybody. It was like, and then they would take in the wrong cars and they'd sit on them, and I don't know. I thought the whole thing was crazy. A lot of effort for nothing. But
Did Yeah, well the problem is if you don't buy the right car, it's gonna sit on the lot and not sell.
sitting there, what they do, they buy the wrong car, they take the wrong car in on trade on a good car. The good car, they would wind up taking whatever the bad car was worth off the price,
Yeah,
and then they were stuck. So they really never got paid what they should have got paid for the good car. And then they got this piece of crap on the lot that they can't get rid of, and
right.
they just weren't good at it.
Yeah, it sounded like they needed a buyer. They needed to hire a buyer.
Well, then, and then I had another guy
And
tell
then
me a
Obama did
story.
cash for clunkers and just ruined the whole used car industry.
Well, it's back now. The used car industry is bigger than ever because new cars are unaffordable. They're getting crazy. I just
They're
went look
coming
for
down.
them.
Prices are coming down.
They are coming down. GM swears they're not going to lower their prices. They just got record profits, 15% profit margins. They're
Well,
like,
that's
we're
why I'm
staying
not going
with
to buy
this.
a GM.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like,
You know
well,
what
what?
though? Um, um, I never was really a Ford fan, but I'm really liking them.
They're
Um,
beautiful.
I've been doing research on trucks, and because I'm going to get a truck soon. Um, and the F-150 is like the number one truck in America.
It
But the
is.
reason I really liked them was during the car crunch when Chrysler and all them, and then Chevy took money from the government to stay open.
Ford never took a
Ford didn't. They
dime.
didn't take a dime. They did it.
No, they're
So
back on their
go
feet.
go for Ford.
And government motors took so much money.
They did.
And
That reminds me back then that motor bailout was kind of like the Ukraine bailout right now. They just kept pouring money into a sinking ship. They should have let them all go under and start
Ukraine's
over
kicking
again.
Russia's ass. I
You're
can't tell you that
not.
enough.
You're not.
You know who's right next to me? My superstar son. What's up, buddy?
Did he win a gold medal at his big swimming meet?
No, he killed it though all season. He's ready for a new
Well,
season
the big
now.
tournament you guys went to, how did he do?
Nicholas did great. Nicholas was the swimmer in Nicholas was the swimmer in Alabama. That's
Right.
called futures.
Did he win
So
a
that's a
medal?
national. He did win 2 medals for relays, and they're
Nice.
beautiful.
That's good.
He was a part of 2 relays,
So
and
what's
he
that?
won.
He swims down, they come swim back, tag
Relays
somebody,
is
they
like
come
they
in.
swim right, like
Yeah.
passing the
Yeah.
baton without the baton.
Right.
They
Without
swim
the baton.
200 free, 200 free, 200 free, 200 free, and they did. The team did really well too. The team did really well. They were fourth in points, and there was some really big teams, and they were small teams, so they did really well.
Huh.
And they've all got a bright future. The team's just doing incredible.
Well, good. That's
That's the
awesome. He's going to go to the
that's
Olympics, right?
the Windermere Lakers. Someday he will go to the Olympics, at least the trials.
Which one?
Well, it'll be 2026 at this point because
No.
2022 is done for.
Which boy?
I hope both of them. They're really dedicated. They really
Who's
love it. I mean, it's not just
now
me
they
pushing
can't
them.
hear me ask this, but who's a better swimmer?
Well, Nicholas is older, and he's really finding his way. But Eli's blossoming. There was a time I don't think Eli really even cared for swimming. Now he loves it. So he's really finding his way too.
You know, it's funny. My nieces were big swimmers, and then they became divers. They love diving.
I think I would like diving. They got great dive boards at the Rosen, but they don't let you dive. I don't know. You have to join the dive team or something.
Do they still do
You
the
can't.
ducks?
No, that's the
Oh, that's the
Peabody.
Peabody. I hear
Yeah.
that they have Peabodys all over the country. I didn't realize this. They have more than one, and there's ducks at all of them.
No, there was only one in Tennessee. I read once that they were going to open them,
Well,
but they didn't
a
get the
friend of mine
investors.
stayed at one that was not here in Orlando. Maybe it was the one in Tennessee, but they were
Tennessee.
talking about the ducks, and I'm like, yeah, the Peabody. They're
That's
like, how do you know?
there.
I go, Orlando has one.
Right. But
They're
that's
like,
the
yeah, the
only
ducks will
one.
come out in the morning. Whack, 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 whack. I
And then
said,
they published
with the
they
duck master. Didn't you work there?
what bud? Yeah.
Did you work
The
with the
keys.
ducks?
I didn't. I set up the kids to the duck master in Orlando, his actual first name was Donald.
No,
And he was the duck master. And I would see Donald, and that was his whole
because
job was to
I
let out
think
the
you worked at the
ducks.
Peabody, right?
Yeah, for years.
So were the
And
ducks
then
like his homies? Were they? Did they love him?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did they?
Then
So he'd bring them in at night. They'd ride up the elevator to the top floor and spend the night in their little nest.
in their duck house. But the thing was duck house was a funny thing. It might be the same in Tennessee. It was this marble room, and it was all glass. So you would think it's something to see, but really all you saw was ducks shitting everywhere, and the marble was covered in shit too. So actually,
Are
when
the ducks not there anymore?
no, they took them. It was a big deal. Even that they had a what do they call me? It's like a sign. You sign a petition, and on the web you could start a petition, and they started a petition for the Hyatt to save the ducks, and the Hyatt said we don't do ducks. Then when they
Oh, why
decided
did the Hyatt buy the Peabody?
the Hyatt bought the Peabody,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
right.
the
All right.
Hyatt
So
Regency,
where did the
yeah.
ducks go?
So they had to send out three different vans, one with the actual ducks and two with decoys, because they were afraid somebody would literally kidnap the actual ducks and
What
do
are they?
like
What do they
who
got? The
knows what was it
president in there?
YouTube. Yes, they did send out three different vans allegedly, and they always released them in the wild. They never kept them long enough to the point where they were domesticated. Once a year, they would release them out in the wild.
Oh, so it was not
Whatever.
always the same ducks.
No, not at all. Not they
Did they,
just they would walk on the red carpet. The whole thing was ridiculous. But the funny thing was the duck house. The Hyatt had to go to great expense to tear down the duck house. It was this marble room with glass, and they had to jackhammer it, and they had to bring all this heavy stuff down to the ground floor to a dumpster. They paid a company a lot of money to remove the duck house and the duck well that was in the middle of the lobby of the hotel.
is that where the ducks would swim all day?
They would swim for that 1 hour or so when he brought them out, and then he would bring them back up. He would march them
Oh, they
across
only
the
came
red
out
carpet
for an hour.
once a day for an
I
hour, and
thought
that
they'd
was
come
his.
out in the morning and go back at night.
No, 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 no. He had to be there. You can't just leave ducks out in a hotel in the middle of a freaking hotel. But the funniest thing was when you finally did when
I'm
you
going
were
to
that
open a
tour.
hotel and have Rottweilers everywhere.
Well, you would have the same problem because you
They will
thought you were
poop
going to walk
everywhere.
up to this marble room with this amazing mosaic glass, and all you really saw was ducks shitting everywhere. The whole marble. When they took the ducks out, they would hose it down, and the room looked great again. The minute they got back in there, they'd start shitting everywhere because the whole idea of getting them across the red carpet in a straight line was they fed them a lot to do it. So by the time they got back, they were ready to rumble.
So was it full grown ducks, all of them, or was it a mob of
Yeah, full grown
babies?
duck. No, no, full grown ducks.
How
Yeah, and
many?
then they would release them. I always thought it was like six at a time. They would bring down about six at a time.
And then the Hyatt
But
bought
it's no more.
the Hyatt bought the place and ruined it.
The Hyatt bought it and said we don't do ducks.
Well,
There was a
tell them duck you.
what is the petition
I don't know.
online?
Save the duck. I don't know.
No, but you can form a petition online. It's pretty.
I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
do petitions. I don't sign them. I don't care.
No, we're political activists. We do other things.
90% of the people walk up to me with a petition. I could care less what you're petitioning for.
Well, one was
Me
me
and my
being
buddy
on
tried to do one in high school because we wanted to bring lacrosse to my high school. And we're stupid because we did it our senior year. I'm like, we're gonna get lacrosse and we're not even gonna be able to play.
No, they won't have a team. They won't even have a coach.
Yeah. So, and it was because me and him went to Princeton, and they played lacrosse there. It's a rich white boy sport, right? So we wanted to bring it to our school because we're like, dude, this is awesome. It's like football with sticks, and it's like hockey and football and all mixed in together. Am I keeping you awake?
No, that was. Whew, we've had a long couple of days. I
I
tell
know.
you, I was
I'm
out
messing with you.
ziplining for hours, and
And
then
then
I
you
have to
went
walk back
whitewater
up
rafting.
whitewater rafting. Yesterday was the same thing. We did
Was it fun? Was it scary on the whitewater? Did you think you were
tubing
gonna die?
twice. No, no, we had a lot of fun. No, no, it was my wife fell out. I told you, she showed me. She's got a bruise, bad.
Where are you guys going tomorrow?
She hasn't decided. Tomorrow we may go to there's a Germantown, and I think we might just wind up there, sort of a slower pace tomorrow.
Drink some beers and eat some bratwurst.
Yeah, and but there's also this pinball museum, $10 unlimited play. The kids are like, not pinball, and I'm like, the minute you play pinball, you're gonna think it's the coolest game in the
Are you the
world.
pinball wizard?
I did like pinball when I was a kid, that's for sure.
What I know you're out of the loop a little bit. Have you watched any news?
Yeah,
Well, have you seen there's more theories that there's more than one shooter at the Trump thing?
it's coming up and up and up and up, but it's never gonna.
They had a guy on top of the water tower, I guess.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
but like I
People got
said,
killed. There's a guy on the internet I just saw today selling t-shirts, MAGA, make assassinations great again, and it has a picture of Trump's head getting blown off. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What is wrong
I
with
don't think
people?
that's funny, and no one. I feel like some people are saying there's this general consensus among the liberals that we were happy to see it happen. We weren't. We don't ever want to see.
Well, I don't consider you a liberal.
Well,
I call you liberal.
I don't. I'm glad he's running. I'm glad he's sparking all this conversation. He really did get America engaged in the political system again.
Right.
And I think that if he wins or loses, he's done. Biden's done. So you got two. Now you've got a younger candidate. It's going to start being an expectation that the candidates are younger. I don't think anybody over 62, 64 serve out their first sentence and be 68, possibly run for a second term and
Okay,
finish their life.
so a president has to be 35 to run for a person has to be 35 and an American citizen, right?
Born. They have to be born in America.
Right. Born in America, 35 years
Right.
old.
Right.
Why don't we ever have a president that's 35? Why are these guys freaking 80
Well, it's
years old?
in theory, it's the same as why don't we ever have a CEO of a Fortune 500 company at 35? Because you've got to make the
I
connections.
think
You've
that's the
got to
movers
work
and
the
the
circuit.
shakers. I don't know. I think that's the movers and the shakers. They
Well,
come up with the new ideas.
the classic example of that, you're not going to want to hear it, but a young person that came out of the blue and beat the system
Your
red-handed.
girl.
She's not my girl,
She is.
but
I saw you wearing a
but
shirt.
she did
Make
it,
AOC
and
bartender.
everybody should be proud of her. I don't like her politics, but
Make AOC bartender.
but I'm against winner takes all politics on either side.
No, well, you know what? She did the smart thing. She went out and beat the feet and caught her opponent sleeping. She basically took his lunch,
right.
which is
But
good.
even
Good for
that,
her.
it's not so simple as that because generally speaking,
Look, I'm Republican. I'm conservative, and I'm tired of seeing these stuffy old white dudes. Okay,
well,
and I'm a stuffy old white dude, but I'm tired of it. We need
there's
some
not
young
just
blood in there. I really like this JD Vance guy. Have you watched his movie?
JD Vance. They're not. You have to realize something.
Have you watched his
First of all,
movie?
he's
Have
not.
you watched it?
I started to watch it, but it is what it says it is. It's a redneck life poem. I'm not really I know redneck life.
It's really good though. It's a good story. I mean, the stuff that he
It's
went
a good
through.
story, but I'm telling you, when I first came to Florida, I worked for my uncle for 10, 15, 20 years. And everybody we hired was rednecks. I knew how the kids grew up. They were family. David and what was her name? Now I can't remember all their names, but I
Cletus
mean,
and
I knew
Jethro.
how huh?
Cletus and
David,
Jethro.
David, I thought you said death row because David's brother went to death row.
No.
From
But look. All right, forget about the movie. All right, but we need that young blood
well, young,
infusion.
yeah. But I was going to bring up a point. You need to be modular as a presidential candidate.
Look, DeSantis is young. AOC is young. JD Vance is young. The guy who wears the patch, I can't think of his name right now. He
The
lost
Navy
his eye.
SEAL?
Yeah, the Navy SEAL.
I don't know his name, but
I
I know
forget his
he's.
name. But anyway, he's young. You know, uh, you're the guy you can't stand. What's his name? Oh,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
Matt Gaetz.
Gates. Yeah,
Gates. Matt
he's young.
Gates.
We need that. We need that fire because, like, I can watch the young people go at it. I like that with the argument. The old guys are like, like when, oh, what's his name? He used to be the,
Well, the old
uh,
classic example
what's
of an
the
old
guy with the
guy,
glasses who used to freeze up when he was talking?
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, I can't. That look, just to even hear his
But you
voice.
have to realize something about him. He polls
Mitch
sometimes. His
McConnell.
popularity is negative sometimes. He's at sometimes 5% favorable polling, and he wins and he gets reelected over and
Which
over
makes
and
no
over
sense,
again.
just like Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy,
What
but
is that
that makes
old drunk hag doing in
at
there?
least you could say she's from California. She's diehard. She's diehard liberal. She raises a
And
lot of money.
she is the congresswoman of the worst district in America,
Right. But she keeps getting reelected
which makes no sense.
because
She ain't doing nothing for her district.
the
And I've been
same
watching a lot of
voters.
videos, people out on the street, and it's not swaying left or right. It's people talking about they are sick and tired of the people saying they're going to do something and not doing nothing, and they're still living in crap holes.
They don't keep they're on an average now. There was an average one thing I read was politicians average about 5% of the promises. They keep about 5% of their promises. Obama was a classic example. He said, I'm gonna close Guantanamo Bay. And everybody's like, it's not.
Even Trump was, because Trump said he was going to put Hillary in
But
jail.
when Trump said he was gonna put Hillary in jail, he never assigned his
He would have
Justice
finished the wall,
Department.
but he got stymied by Congress because it was
There
a
is
bunch
no,
of
but the finishing the wall. There's parts where the wall can't go. There's parts where the wall has to be left wide open because of the weather. So whether you
allegedly.
finish it, no,
Allegedly.
that's you can research it. You can see there's parts where it's already rusted away. Parts he put up only 5 years ago that are
Well, he
already
should fire
rotting
them
away.
people. Fired.
But
And then
yeah,
you got people like Maxine Waters.
another one,
Take them
another
out.
one.
Get rid of these old people.
They
Not
get
take
the
them out.
same.
Don't take them out, but
Well, that's just
get them unelected.
metaphorically,
Yeah,
right?
don't look. I'm from Jersey, and you tell somebody to take somebody out, it means a whole different ball game.
No, but
But he's getting whacked.
there's some bad apples in the House, and they just keep getting reelected. I thought Andrea Ocasio-Cortez should have just dropped out after her first term and said, "This is what it was all about. You get elected for one
Yeah,
term."
but she's let the power go to her head. She likes the
She
juice.
likes the job. She likes the perks that go with it. She's already
Yeah.
traveled to places like I think she's traveled to Afghanistan with Nancy Pelosi. I mean, she's living an interesting life that she would otherwise not live if she wasn't a congresswoman.
She'd be still
She,
bartending in the Bronx.
but imagine, do you really think she'll ever get to the point where she can run for Senate in New York? No, she can't. She's a child. She
Yeah.
can't. She'll never get a new position. Well, could she ever run for mayor of New York? No.
Hey, did
Could she
what
ever?
happened to uh oh, what's her name? Tulsi.
She just stepped out of politics, so she's no longer a Democrat.
But I watch her videos. She's very outspoken. I don't think she's a Democrat either. So to
She's an
you,
independent now.
she'd be a dino.
No, she can be whatever the hell she wants.
I like
I'm
her.
telling you. I told you the other day I was putting her
She's
against.
also, not hard on the eyes either.
I didn't.
Just like the South Dakota governor.
What's her name?
You had to ask me. No, I can't think of it.
I know who you're talking about.
She's awesome. She's turned that state around. She's done great things.
Well, it's South Dakota. I mean, it's got 400 residents.
No, dude. At one point, when we had the pipeline open until your people shut it down, there was a ton of residents, and it was one of the highest oil producing areas.
But you know what they said the other day, and it's fact that Biden's issued more oil drilling permits than Trump. So yeah, he shut down the pipeline. That's true, and it was political. And like you said, I was under the impression it was Canadian oil, but you said it was American oil coming through Canada.
From Alaska.
Yeah,
But
Alaskan oil
but but
coming.
the but the joke, the whole joke to me is do the research on this. Okay. There's enough oil in Colorado to last us 300
Well,
years.
so they say, but there's the issue of
But
refinery. Like
they don't want people
our oil.
fracking there. Get the frack out of here, all right?
Well, that's going to change. That's all going to change. That's a
Because
whole
Trump's
nother
going to get
story
back
for a
in
whole.
office and open everything up.
No, he's not. I don't know. All I
You
do know
think your
is
girl's going to beat him?
yes.
I
You
don't.
don't see the
I
enthusiasm.
know. I've seen some Reuter polls, and they're saying she's going to get smacked badly. Bigly. It's going to be
You've seen,
huge.
well, let's see. I'm not going to argue it. I'm just telling you. Well, first of all, we were at a negative.
Come November, everyone remember.
We're at a negative. We were at a negative
You
with Biden.
guys got a girl running for president who nobody even, not one American has said she should run for president.
She ran.
She got 0 votes for
She
president.
raised. Okay, but come
It's baloney.
November,
We're
what did
getting
you say?
bamboozled.
Come no.
Bamboozled.
JD Vance said we got. What did he say? We got.
Oh, and then the other day she called Vance and Trump weird. That's like the new catchword. They're weird. Really, says
weird.
the one who's allowing
she may be weird, but they are weird. JD Vance is weird. That movie shows why.
You got to watch the movie.
I did. I was watching 30 minutes of it the other day, and I was like, I know the story.
You did.
Do you ever see the Jeffrey Dahmer movie?
No.
I literally said I'm going to turn it on and watch it.
With Zac Efron?
Right. I said I'm going to watch it. I watched it. I remember the news. It was the same story as the news. That was like the J.D. Vance movie. I know what this
Someone
kid
said
went that
some liberal came out and said that I don't know, some science some professor, whatever, said that was all made up. He said he didn't live that lifestyle. That wasn't even him. That's not even his real name. JD isn't his real name. I'm like,
that's a conspiracy.
Oh, but the media probably will run with that one. Oh,
no.
Thought the power went out.
no, they want me to go roast marshmallows.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's wrap it up.
They do.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Nicholas wants
make marshmallows and hot dogs.
Marshmallows. I'm done eating. We went for Mexican food today. It was good, but my wife got so nervous. I think she got sick. She was so upset about the electric.
You're going to be all night long. All right, so let's wrap it up. We've accomplished that Trippy's on vacation. The Olympics are boycotted, and JD Vance is an awesome choice. And
it's a great choice. I love it.
Kamala's going nowhere. Who's going to be her choice?
It's coming up this week.
Let's find
out. We'll cover it on the next show.
She promised. Hey guys, thanks. I appreciate and love you guys for watching. We're a bunch of idiots and we have a good time. We hope you have a good time watching.
And we're friends for life, no matter the fact that we completely disagree on most things.
100%.
Like, share, subscribe, comments.
Make the comments. I want to see comments. This will be up on YouTube, and just tell me, why is Trippy an idiot?
It's part of my upbringing. I'm going to do Trippy Elegy. I'm going to do my new book.
Your kid's even giving you thumbs down. He's telling you, dude, is he like...
he's gonna get such a smash.
Uh-oh.
That's my boys. And they're
studs.
So Laura, edit that all out, would you please?
No children allowed. Child pornography. What's going on here? I'm gonna get arrested for saying that. Anyway.
Yes.
Thanks again. We love you. Like, subscribe.
See you next week, Wednesday, or maybe twice next week.
We're gonna do some more. Yeah. Word to
We're gonna talk more. Peace.
Yes. Peace.
Deuces.
Well, Trippy's on vacation, so we didn't really do much research this week. So it's a Slack show.
No, it's pretty neat.
Oh, there's a new podcast, Slack with Zach.
Slack with Zach. Oh, you're already muscling me out.
We'll catch you on the flip side. Love you.